The importance of partnership based on trade investment in the energy sector, tourism and rail infrastructure came up strongly at the Friends of Africa Roundtable discussions.
Yes, they want to find business, but first and foremost, they want to find partners. Partners in education, partners in technology, partner in investment, partner in trade.
Ekiti State government, led by the governor, Kayode Fayemi, made a strong case for the framework it has put in place for investors, conscious that every investor is interested in the stability of the environment.
This is what has informed many of the things we've done in terms of the framework in Ekiti State since coming into office, by ensuring that we have laws in place that can help protect the average investors who want to come into the state, and to also guarantee to them that for us, accountable governance, transparent governance is not a fashion, it is a duty, it's a way of life. And that's why we were the first state in the whole of the country to sign the Freedom of Information Act, because we feel that there's really nothing for us to hide about what we're doing.
The reason we came up with Fountain Holdings was because government cannot be seen to be in business with its citizens. And we all have one thing or the other to do with government, especially we business people. Because in Nigeria, Africa, government is still the driver of our economies. If you have dealt with government before, you will see the challenges that are there, the bureaucracies that are in government. So it's always very difficult to deal with government. But in Ekiti, we decided that what we are going to do is to set up something in form of a private enterprise that can deal with the private sector in the language and manner the private sector understands. And another thing we have decided is that Fountain Holdings is not going to own any company per se. It's just going to hold minority interest for government, so that it will be the private sector that is driving the business. And what we want to do is to say, okay, private sector, you are the expert, come and take over this business and run them for us. However, we will hold minority interest in those companies, so that if government comes, it will not affect those companies. That's the principal reason for setting up Fountain Holdings.
On business registration, when we got to government, we discovered that if you want to do business with the state government, we had a statistic that shows that if the state government ranked 35 out of 36 at the state to do business with, because we have a lot of hurdles. We register in more than 10 different places. So Mr. Governor at an ESCO meeting decided that there's need for us to have a one-stop shop for registration. So we set up the Bureau for Public Procurement. That is the only place where we register. And we can complete registration in 2 days. It can be done online. Once that is done, the Bureau is to ensure that every company that's doing business in the state has the capacity and the ability to deliver. So if you are giving projects out, you are engaging any vendor, we are sure that if we say it's 8 weeks delivery period, you must stand by that. And we must have the capacity to do such.
Issues of power generation in Nigeria and the model that can work took center stage as professionals believe that the states in Nigeria should take charge of power generation while the federal government should concentrate on regulations. What does not work? What system should Nigeria build? These are the mind-boggling questions that were addressed concerning the cognate sectors of the economy.
Let us all collectively come and create a new Nigeria of our dreams, and that would mean investment. There is no bigger economic frontier in the world today than Nigeria. I have known that it is a great privilege to have all of you here, and I know that you are not just Nigerians. I know you are diaspora and you are businessmen or want to do business. And the kind of business that Nigeria is looking forward to use is the fact that every single study that has been done about anything is in a Nigerian office somewhere. So I advise those of you that are trying to come to Nigeria and offer consultancy study on 1 or 2 things, and write things and take things off the shelf from one country that you need to bring to my country to rethink. We won't accept it. We want you to come with a mind of investment. And those of you who are in the diaspora and are talking about tourism, the Nigerian Canadians that are here and who want tourism to take off in Nigeria, and you know that if tourism takes off in Nigeria, it will be one of the biggest industries in our country because we have everything. I want to ask you, if you yourselves do not carry your children home to see Nigeria, to visit Nigeria, and to know what is current about our country, how do we expect other Canadians to come to Nigeria for tourism? So I want you to first and foremost start with your own organized group of tourists back to your country. And when you do that, then everybody else will follow you.
Canadian investors followed immediately for talks. Nigerians in the diaspora are forming think tank groups to change the nation's economy. In Toronto, Canada, I'm Joy Osiago, NTA News.